We've been saying it for a long time now. You've got to get non-QM going for you personally and for your entire office. Oak Tree Funding has a wonderful training webinar that they're going to be doing. You can register your whole team for it really easily. Just click the banner you see right here over on your right, or you may just scroll down and look and see the banner there, or there's a link around here in social media somewhere. It's February 13th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Get you and your team registered. Non-QM training with Oak Tree Funding.
Guys, 2020 is going to be defined by non-QM deals. Now, here's a quote. I am committed to ensuring that we have clear rules of the road and fostering a culture of compliance, a key element in preventing consumer harm. We've developed a policy that provides a solid framework to prevent consumer harm while promoting the clarity needed to foster consumer beneficial products as well as compliance in the marketplace, now and in the future. That was Kathy Kraninger, and she is talking about, you understand this, non-QM. Make sure you hit that button Frank was talking about. But let's keep going with the story.
That's right. That was a quote from CFPB Director Kathy Kraninger. And the reason she said it is because it needed to be said. As crazy as it seems, it did need to be said.
In short, what the CFPB director has stated is that they are going to enforce abusive practices after they are defined. Now, for those of you who are new to the business, the mortgage industry, and don't remember the days of Richard Cordroy, for whom we spoke about yesterday, would use enforcement actions as a means of letting the industry know what they cannot do. Now, think about that for a second. Policy through punishment.
Yeah, that means everybody was walking around on eggshells without clear understanding of what they could or couldn't do. For example,
what is the relationship between a realtor and a loan officer? Define it.
What is the actual cost of fair rent space for an in-house lender?
Is my marketing ad compliant?
My market's not homogenous. Am I redlining?
Is my third-party marketing platform, Frank, is that compliant?
These types of questions. What Kraninger said is that she's going to enforce infractions, but only if there is clarity on enforcement actions first.
Now, this slight move, it's a massive change in the industry. It's a novel change, one that might go overlooked from those outside of the industry, but a massive tectonic shift for those who work within the mortgage market and want to do the right thing. Kathy Kraninger is coming out and for the first time in a decade saying, yes, we will give you clarity before we punish you.
So when it comes to defining what's an issue and what's not, this is according to CFPB Director Kathy Kraninger, and I quote, an abusive act or practice is one in which the harm to the consumers outweighs the benefit. Very interesting.
And yet, Frank, so obvious, isn't it? Like, oh my God, how crazy. So Kathy, if she's true to her word, is going to make it easier for lenders to know what they can or cannot do. This, by the way, is the only thing lenders have ever wanted. Clarity. Again, what a novel idea. Job well done.
Okay, how about this? Will Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac gain new competition through GSE reform? The answer, yeah. Guys, they don't want to write 55% of all loans, especially those that they deem to be a little risky. So how does your non-QM look right about now?
Now check out this graph. This is housing price gains between November 2018 and 2019 in different markets. Now it sure does look like the housing market is all over the board now, doesn't it? For example, the Northeast Central was a dog last year, but it's cranking now. The Mid-Atlantic was cranking last year, but it's a dog right now. The point is this. The United States housing market is vast, changing, and different absolutely everywhere right before our eyes right now. So when I have, let's say, one Zillow algorithm for the entire country, it makes me think, well, Zillow is kind of bad at judging home prices across the board in this nation at best. Now, imagine if you were investing in them.
And that's the reason Steve Eisman said, I would say Zillow has one of the most flawed business models I've seen in a very long time and is shorting their stock, meaning he's betting on their failure, their lack of knowledge about the complexity of the U.S. housing market.
Now, if you don't know who Steve Eisman is, he's this guy from the Academy Award-winning movie, The Big Short. And I'm telling you, 2020 is going to be a watershed year for the U.S. housing market because nobody really knows what's going to happen. Now, do they?
I know what's going to happen.
What?
I'm not going to say. I'm just going to keep it to myself.
I find that kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep it to myself. I know exactly what's going to happen. And you know what? At the end of the year, I'm going to say,
right here.
I knew that was going to happen.
Right here. It's right here, and I'm not showing you.
Leave us your comments down below. That's always appreciated. Click the Facebook button, share this, and start a conversation. Why not?
Keep it going.
Why not? And then subscribe for free in your upper right-hand corner if you're meeting us for the first time. And don't miss the Oak Tree non-QM training in a couple of weeks.
I'll tell you this right now. 2020 is going to be defined by the non-qualified mortgage loan.
It really is, yeah. All right, you guys have a good one. We'll catch you later here at the National Real Estate Post.
Ciao.